press would say about Lionel Messi if he does not make it out of the group stage.
Who do they play next? I missed that.
They play Croatia, who I believe they're like top 10 in the world in FIFA ranking.
Yeah. I would give the edge to Argentina. I mean, they're the reigning, runner-up from the last World Cup. I think that if they're the team that they were in the last World Cup, they're going to be able to get it done. They have one of the best players in the world, if not the best.
Yeah, so right now, according to FIFA, Argentina is the number 5 team in the world, and who did I say they were playing? They're playing Denmark. No, sorry, they're playing Croatia. Croatia is, hold on. Oh, they're number 20, so they're down there.
Yeah.
Argentina should win that game, but it'll be interesting to see what happens.
And I will say this. You can ask my girlfriend. I said this ahead of time.
Yeah. Okay.
Since United States is not involved, I am rooting, and I said this before the
Iceland.
The whole thing started, I am rooting for Iceland. And do you know why I'm rooting for Iceland?
Because of the cool cheer they do?
Yes, and who else does that cool skull chant? Really?
Daniel Bryan.
You're dead to me. The Minnesota Vikings do the same chant.
The skull chant. Yes, okay.
So,
because they're Vikings.
Let's go Vikings of Iceland.
Yeah.
We're going to win it all.
Yeah, well,
by we, I mean I'm a part of the team.
Okay, so I guess carrying over from what happened last year, you're going to go to their maybe round of 8 game. You're going to go there, and it's going to be a crazy upset, and then they're going to lose the next game.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Yes,
well,
we are.
That's
in the NFC Championship game.
Yes, they will call the NFC Championship game, and people will be so confused.
And Nick Foles will score the game-winning score.
Damn you, Nick Foles, you jerk. I don't know. Nick Foles is American, but what ancestry is he from? Maybe he's from like someone maybe he's Croatian.
Oh my gosh, we're going in circles here. Like this is like coming full circle right now. Like Nick Foles is of Icelandic descent. Oh my god, it's perfect.
Hold on, sources say don't be sure yet.
Oh my gosh, they're gonna lose to Germany, who their best players from Philly.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Foles' last name. Foles' last name origin comes from. Hold on. Oh, come on, Ancestry.com. You just had it there.
We're making great radio here. While you find that, I will explain myself.
Okay,
go ahead.
Okay, it like shows it in like a split second and then it disappears. That is very frustrating.
That is.
What? Oh my god!
Can you refresh the page?
I do it, and every time it's like half a second, and then it goes away. Okay.
I'll look it up.
We're going to mynamestats.com now.
Yes, but basically, Iceland, the fact that they were able to stop Argentina's kick and really hold off Argentina, and let alone that, be able to hold off Messi with a goalkeeper who is a for his day job. You just can't write scripts like this. Guys from nowhere that just have everyday jobs, playing for their countries and stopping these big name talents. It's just you can't write this stuff in Hollywood. He's a director; he couldn't even write it. So it's very cool to see situations like this play out in the World Cup. If only the U.S. was involved.
Yes, that would be great. Bobby, I thought this would be a quick search, and it is not a quick search.
It's all good. We've lost the interest of the crowd.
Well, Nick Foles.
But we'll
find out where you're from, Nick Foles.
As I give an update real quick, the wheels of the wagon are coming off real bad right now from North Carolina, as Oregon State has just scored 5 runs to go up 11-6.
And is it still in the 9th inning?
Top 9th.
Dang. That has been a long half inning. I feel like we've done an entire show and they've been
2 on, 2 outs.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Bobby. So Argentina, Croatia tomorrow. Watch it. It'll be fun. Group E, another team that had big hopes coming in. One of the co-favorites that is kind of on thin ice is Brazil. My favorite team, going back to my days with the original and still the best Ronaldo in 2002. Not Ronaldinho, not Cristiano, but Ronaldo. Brazil, they drew with Switzerland in their first game, and they are behind Serbia, who beat Costa Rica, who Costa Rica destroyed the U.S., I believe, if my memory recalls. The World Cup qualifying is just a haze to me at this point. Being the old man that I am, being 28 years old, 28 and a half. I mean, my memory is just not what it was, Bobby. Do you figure, do you have the same problems? Memory?
Yeah, no, I mean, I just choose to, forget everything about that men's national team.
Yeah,
so
that's good. That's good thought.
We're on to 2019.
That's right. Yeah, we're gonna win whatever tournament we're in for that. That's for sure.
But by that I should mean, like, what is it? September 2018 is when the new starts. So yeah, maybe I should wait till then.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, we'll be ready. So Friday, Brazil.
We're ready for our friendly.
Yeah. Oh, the friendly. We're gonna destroy in the friendly. Oh, football is good.
Yes, sir.
Nil. Mm-hmm. It's gonna be 2-0. 2-0.
Because football is football.
That's right. Football is football. I love the Fox Sports commercials. There's like, you may never been there. You may not know the language, but you're from somewhere besides the United States. So root for them and watch our World Cup because we really want you to. That was great. It was a great ad campaign. It really made me feel the fever about rooting for Germany. Although I'm not rooting for Germany. Brazil. That's the team I'm rooting for, Bobby. All right, Brazil. They drew with Switzerland. They need to play. They're playing Costa Rica on Friday. They need to win there, and they're playing Serbia on Wednesday. Yeah, big exciting stuff there.
Exciting stuff.
Yeah. So a lot of these teams only played one game. Belgium looked good. Let's just talk two things really quick. So Mexico over Germany. Esteban is still drunk in downtown San Luis Obispo, even though it happened 2 or 3 days ago. Esteban needs to control himself. He is going to be arrested very soon. Germany,
he's a mess.
He is definitely a mess. They play Sweden on Saturday. And that is going to be. I highlighted 2 games for the next 2 days or 3 days, and the 2 games I highlighted were Argentina, Croatia, and Germany, Sweden, because they are 2 powerhouse teams that need wins in Argentina and Germany. And Germany, especially being the defending champs. I mean, who would have thought that Germany versus Mexico and Argentina versus Iceland, the 2 teams that were in the final last time around, and they only came out with it with 1 point, 1 draw and 1 loss. It's kind of crazy to think about that, Bobby.
Yeah, it is crazy. Yeah. It is crazy. Yeah, absolutely.
Bob, I can tell.
That was it.
The craziness in Bobby's voice just went just an octave higher than usual.
I mean, I just am so frustrated by that Germany team because I lost a lot of money by them. So I would rather not talk about
now the
Germans that way because they really, screwed the pooch for me.
They did. I'm so sorry for that, Bobby, but you'll get them next Wednesday at Bingo.
Yeah.
You got to get it.
Thanks a lot, Vegas.
Yeah, jerks. All right. So one final thing to talk about, World Cup, and then we'll talk some UFC, and then we may have some football, but I don't know, and then we'll say goodbye. Group H. Group H's been crazy. Japan and Senegal, the 2 teams that were at the bottom of the stakes in their group, actually won their games. Japan beat Colombia, and Senegal beat Poland, which was just that. The second one, Senegal beating Poland, is a stunner on the international stage of football, Bobby. And then Japan.
Oh no, yeah, that was a big one.
Yeah. The sincerity.
I'm trying not to be, a complete Debbie Downer, but it's just so hard to be into anything that's not involving the United States.
I would make America Great Again joke for that, but I don't want to because
we're going to lose the viewers if we do.
Dang it! Yeah, you already said it, Bobby. I guess it wasn't that huge of a defeat because Colombia is number 16 in the world rankings, Senegal is number 27, but it felt really huge, Bobby. So that's a very interesting group. There are 2 games on Sunday: Japan versus Senegal and Poland versus Colombia. That Poland versus Colombia, another highlighted game, Bobby, because whoever loses that, I mean, they're out. And Poland and Colombia were both teams that were kind of in that second tier to maybe get to Final Four or something. So a big game for those teams on Sunday. All right, Bobby, we'll check back in for the World Cup next Wednesday, and Bobby will have more insightful World Cup analysis and more America first
Yeah, we're just looking ahead to Qatar at this point.
Right. That's right. Hey.
Even then, that's going to be its own problem.
If Christian Pulisic is
worse than Russia,
if Christian Pulisic is not the Golden Boot winner in Qatar, then it's something's gone wrong, Bobby, because he's supposed to be like the next big thing for United States soccer. He kind of already is. He's like 19 years old.
Yeah, well, he's 18, and or maybe he's 19 now. But they say he'll end up being the best player for the men's national team that we've had in a very, very, very long time, if not ever.
Yeah.
But also the fact is that I don't know if you've heard this yet, but in Qatar, they don't have enough rooms to accommodate all the teams and the fans.
Yeah,
so people are going to possibly have to fly over. And it's. We'll get into it in the next few years, but I think this next one's going to be a complete and utter mess. On top of the fact that it's going to be 120-degree weather.
Yeah, I was going to say that's only one of a few issues. One being the fact that it's going to be 120, 130 there. One being that they had like one stadium built, and the rest of them are being built by like all the slave labor and stuff. There's just a lot of problems, but thank goodness those FIFA executives made a lot of money in bribes.
They're not there anymore, but they made the money.
Yeah, they did. They definitely did. We'll see what happens in Qatar. We'll just start talking about Qatar next week. All right, Bobby.
Once the World Cup's over, we'll bring it back up.
Yeah. Okay, so UFC, a week and a half ago was UFC 225, and it was highlighted by a rematch between Robert Whittaker and Yoel Romero in the middleweight division. Now, Yoel Romero missed weight, so it wasn't an official title fight. And let me just get this off my chest really quickly. Yoel Romero missed weight by 0.2 of a pound. And Chicago, this is like I think the first ever pay-per-view they did in Chicago, or at least the first pay-per-view they've done in Chicago in a long time. And the commission stopped letting him trying to cut weight. And so this was a non-title fight. And look, if Yoel won, then it definitely would have been a bigger problem. But the fact that they stopped having him cut weight, and the fact that they couldn't just let him go for an extra hour to try to cut 0.2 of a pound in a title fight, it made me irate, especially because in the last few months, I've really gotten of the mind that this whole weight cutting thing is just so asinine, it's so backwards, and it's so like something from 20 years ago that just needs to be totally, pardon the pun, cut out of the UFC and any combat sport. I think what USADA needs to do, so USADA drug test all these fighters before, after, during fights, all that kind of stuff. When they go to test guys out of competition, they need to bring a little scale with them. They need to weigh those fighters on that little scale of theirs and say, okay, Yoel Romero, you fight at 185, but you're weighing at 210 right now. All right, you're going to be in whatever division we make the 210 people in. And just have everyone, like, that's the only way you can make fighters fight at their one, true potential, and two, make it so, half the guys don't like, okay, we're going to stop cutting weight because it's bad for us and we might miss out on some fights and whatnot because we miss weight. And the other half of guys like, hey, I'm going to keep cutting weight and continue to do this thing, and I'll be fighting guys who are way smaller than me. There needs to be someone with authority, and that's being USADA in the UFC, to say, look, everyone, you need to stop this whole cutting weight business. It's making fights worse because guys have to drop out. Guys have to miss weight and not fight at their full potential. It's insanely crazy to me that guys are cutting 30 pounds and trying to rehydrate up within 24 hours of trying to fight someone. It is so backwards. I don't understand why they can't, with USADA being so involved in this now, testing fighters like 5 times a year out of competition. Say, all right, Yoel Romero, your average weight out of competition is 205 pounds. Congratulations. The new middleweight division is 205 pounds. You will still be fighting the same guys, but now we don't have to worry about guys, being dehydrated and doing extra damage to their brains. It just made me so upset that the fact this title fight became something different because of 0.2 of a pound, when this is something that does not need to happen. We should be testing guys on how well they fight, not how well they cut weight.
Alex, we don't agree on a lot of things, but we absolutely agree on this situation.
Okay.
It's one of the most asinine things in the entire sporting industry, that they allow this, especially with player safety in all different kinds of sports being such a priority nowadays. You see the concussion situation in football. I know for a fact that one day we're going to have a concussion situation lawsuit on the hands of the UFC. in the near future. I just am shocked that it hasn't sprung about yet. So this, on top of that, this is the next big lawsuit that I think is going to be a huge deal going forward.